Second, black trans people are being targeted, terrorized, and hunted in this country. Every day, everywhere.
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. I want to talk about the NAACP giving Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union an award for raising a trans child. Now, people seem to hate it when conservatives have an opinion and they voice it, but newsflash, I make YouTube videos. Voicing my opinion is what I do. The NAACP is supposed to be about the advancement of colored people, but I don't really see how this is advancing us in any way. Don't worry, I'll discuss that later in the video. But first, I got to show you guys this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe while we're watching. Now let's roll it.
Zaya, you've made me a better human just simply by being who you were born to be, our baby girl, Zaya Wade. So baby, thank you for showing the world what courage looks like. I'm proud that I was chosen to stand in place as your father. And thank you so much to the NAACP for this incredible honor.
And now stands with us again at the foot of a very new era of activism. A new era that demands our collective answer to one simple question. Will we fight for some, or will we fight for all of our people?
That statement is so flawed and hypocritical. They wouldn't fight for a black conservative, and it's more black conservatives than it is black trans people. So they don't fight for all. They just pushing an agenda.
Let's just name a couple hard truths. First, the intersection of black rights and the rights of the LGBTQIA, trans, and gender nonconforming people continues to be rough. That's a huge understatement. Even as we demand equality at the top of our lungs, we consistently fail to extend our advocacy to protect some of our most vulnerable among us.
It genuinely seems like she's acting up here. Just like this comment right here says, if Gabrielle Union acted this well in her movie, she may have won an Oscar. Hollywood, or should I say Hollyweird, is filled with a bunch of very strange people. And what's disappointed me the most about this is that the black community has gone through so much when it comes to, having a strong family structure, whether it be from, single mothers and welfare, fathers being in jail, the abortion of black babies. It's so much that we have to combat to build back a strong family unit. And now they want to outright push the demasculinization of men, trying to turn young boys into women, or trying to affirm them to believe that they can be women and wear long hair and wear makeup and do these gender surgeries. Having fathers taking a back role to whatever mommy says. And the worst part about this is that Gabrielle Union isn't even the biological mother of Zaya Wade. And the biological mother doesn't agree with all that has went on with her son. But it's out of her control to an extent, because this kid is a prop at this point. For years now, the black community has been leading the way in single mother households that lack proper male role models and, proper male guidance. And we've seen the effects of this playing out for many, many years. And this has been something we've been talking about for many, many years now. And despite the fact that we struggle with that and we've seen the number pretty much remain constant from year to year, we're also throwing in this variable now that's teaching kids that they can be the opposite genders, that girls can be boys and that boys can be girls. And that's what I meant earlier when I said I don't see how this helps us advance as a race at all.
And second, black trans people are being targeted, terrorized, and hunted in this country. Every day, everywhere. And there's rarely a whisper about it.
See, that was the guy from Everybody Hates Chris, and this is what I mean. Hollywood is just filled with so many weird people. It's like a cult. I don't know. To stay on top, to stay relevant in that industry, I assume you have to go along with whatever the popular narrative is to push. The moment you speak up, the moment you show any pushback to that establishment, they'll cancel you. They'll destroy you. It was a long and hard lesson to learn for me personally, growing up just engulfed in the culture, from movies to music to TV shows. But you got to separate yourself from these people, because as funny, as entertaining as they might be on the TV screen, you know, behind that, the life that they actually live and the things that they endorse, man, I can't sign off on it. You know, they say you never want to meet your heroes and your idols and the people you look up to, and I think that's 100% true. She pushes this lie that trans people are being targeted. What trans people are being targeted? If it was actually trans people being targeted and hurt every day, we would be hearing about it on the news nonstop. Trans people just so happen to be at the forefront of a culture that is trying to shove itself down everyone's throats in order to be accepted. And when you do things like that, you will be met with contempt. You will be met with being disliked.
We honestly don't approach this work as activists or leaders as much as we do this as parents. Parents who love our children and will do whatever the hell we can to keep them seen and secure and safe. This is a conversation worth having in ways that can actually build bridges, right? That don't fan the flames of hatred or division. That don't enable lawmakers or justice systems to look the other way when Black trans people are under attack.
The Wicked Witch of the West herself. How did Black trans people become the most important, most vital people in the community all of a sudden? I really do feel in my heart for this new era of kids who born without proper role models, without proper guidance, born into a society that honestly doesn't want to see them become their best self. A society that just wants to confuse and distract and, you know, flip the world upside down on its head. You know, kids have a lot to contend with these days, and it's unfortunate. But that's it for the video, you guys. Let me know what you thought about this in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe on your way out the door. Until next time, I'm out of here. Peace.